step on the floor. Feel the beat, let it glow. Everybody's here, let the good vibes show. Leeds United, marching proud and strong. Dancing till the morning, all night long. Oh, we're marching on together, yeah. Good vibes rising, feel it everywhere. Last prediction, Stacey, Renee, Jess, Banner, Army, crew, we're the best, oh yeah. Day buzz, we're dancing in line. From previews to reviews, it's party time. Fastest finger first, let the quiz begin. Cheering for Leeds, we always win. Mental health, we're here for you. Laughs and smiles will pull you through. Light it up, let the music play. Spanner Army dancing all the way.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into JSY Talks Football. This is your Leeds United versus Arsenal match preview. Please make sure to smash a like on the video, subscribing to the channel if we're new, hitting that notification bell. And as always, thank you for watching. All the pressure is on Arsenal. All the pressure is on Angus to turn up. Where's Angus? You know what I'm saying? Ladies, you're giving all this flannel earlier about not being bothered about Leeds.
Is it true? Arsenal always come in second.
Well,
Somebody
yeah.
might be a little scared. I think he's a little scared.
Everybody should say what you are.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get through some of this chat and we'll get into a little bit regarding Leeds. I'm going to miss this match preview, Angus. Tell them they're going to get absolutely pumped and we ain't going to use lube on this occasion. I've got 5 on it.
No, that's not happening.
Listen.
I'm going to go something for stock. Delusional.
You've got very little hope on Leeds United, and I will get into this regarding Leeds. But do you know what? It's a free hit for Leeds United tomorrow because we ain't expected to win that game, right? So if we lose it, we ain't going to be tears. But if you lose it, that's 3 points down pan already for the league. So don't count your chickens, Binders, because if we win, you better believe it. Me, Renee, Stacey will be feral. I can't even lie. So just remember, the pressure's on you, not on Leeds United. Facts.
Worse than feral. Worse than feral.
Gosh.
So, the picket machine's doing a job, so I'm just giving my mic while it's dull till it finishes off.
Big up Arsenal later TV. Big up. Like I said, your bias is showing, by the way. Roland's in mourning because Taladja's now joined Plymouth.
Hey, am I?
1.2 million though now. Bit of money for you, if not else. We'll get into that later, the score predictions, but I like it. I rate it now. Where's coming to us? Dirty Leeds, lock up your plays if you know what's good for you. Bosh to the dirty Leeds. Indeed. Jules is putting dust down already. Agreed. Jules has got the wine in. Indeed. Indeed. Big up, Daniel. Big up, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Hope you're doing well. Big up, Jules, love. Daniel, Drooler, love. Big up to yourself. Well, we can't listen, and I have advertised it as a match preview, and it will be a match preview just for anybody that's armchair watching. Because you know what, believe it or not, even if Angus isn't here, we can talk football for an hour regarding Leeds. I think we're capable of doing that, ladies, don't you?
I do.
Yes.
I think we can rise to the occasion.
Right. Let me just get through the rest of this chat. Big up, Barbaric. I hope you're doing well. Roland's heartbroken. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Nye.
Sorry, Nye, but welcome to the joys of football transfer.
And exactly that, Daniel.
Exactly.
So, before I get into anything, just regarding Leeds' last 5 or 6 meetings with Arsenal, right? 2023, we lost 4-1. 2022, we lost 1-0. 2022 in May, we lost 2-1. 2021, we lost 4-1. Then we lost 2-0 in EFL Cup. Best result in the last 5 years against Leeds Arsenal was a 0-0 draw at Ellen Road. A lot of these games have been FA Cup games that we've actually played, right? But when you break it down, a head-to-head record, right? 127 meetings, yeah? Arsenal have won 53 of them. Leeds United have won 41, and we've drawn 33 times. We've got to probably go back to when we got that win in 2002, when we won 3-2 at Highbury at the time, when Mark Viduka's goal crushed Arsenal's title dreams once and for all. Just saying, May 2023, that was at Highbury. Mark Viduka, and they were crying with Arsenal.
Absolute legend, Viduka.
Can't lie.
Yep.
Can't lie. But to start off with, I'll start with you already. How do you think Leeds' pre-season has gone?
Yeah, I've been happy with Leeds preseason. I think we've done some really good recruiting. I think there's still some work to be done in this last, what have we got, 2 weeks left or 10 days left in this transfer window? I'd like to see a couple more signings. But defense, midfield, I thought we looked really good that last game. They were passing beautifully. Tanaka was a menace the entire game. I think, I really think they're building up some momentum. And I know these words may come back to haunt me, but I am optimistic about the season. From what I've seen so far, I've been really pleased.
Who's your standout player at the minute for Leeds who we've brought in?
Well, just based on the performances that I saw last week, my standout player was Tanaka. He was an absolute menace in midfield all night long. I've liked Goodman a lot. I think he slotted right in. I was really impressed by the way he just came straight in and just slotted in and looked like he had been playing with this group for much longer than he has been. Really excited about it before. And I don't know if he's going to be able to play against Arsenal. Has there been any decision on that, or is it too soon for him to play?
Oh, we got from AC Milan, Okafor. He should be there. Yeah, he should be in squad.
Should be there.
See, his stats look really good. I'm excited to slot him in and actually see him play.
If he can pick the form up he had at Salzburg, right, you've got a real good player on your hands there. Look, AC Milan were injury prone. And then he went out to Napoli last season, but he only started 4 games. I've looked at him in pre-season and he played against Liverpool and he scored against Liverpool and he played a bit against Leeds and he does look a talent. Out of the 2 we've brought in at the minute, I'm more optimistic with him than DCL, I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm worried about DCL being fragile the way Bamford's fragile. But Okafor, if you really go back and watch him, he can make plays happen. He really can. So I'm excited. And he's one you can play out on the wing or you can play him as a striker. He can play either place. And he's made plays from both positions. So I'm excited. Both of those positions we direly need. So I think he was a really good signing.
What about you, Stace? Pre-season, happy?
I'm happy with the pre-season. I'm gonna hold judgment on the transfer until the last day, because you know what last day deadline day is like. It's absolutely manic. I know Parag said he's going to sign as many as he can within the budget we have, and I think Farka said he wanted 4 more in. So we've got Okafor in. So fingers crossed we get the 3 more we need. And I have to agree with Rene Tanaka. What a player! I think I knew coming into Premier League he was going to slot straight in. The amount of work he put in first day Premier League, surprised he didn't collapse, to be honest. He was my man of the match without a shadow of a doubt. He's going to be one to look out for me in the Premier League for our team. He's going to give it his all. And I share the same things with DLC with Calvert-Lewin. I'm really concerned. He's very injury prone, and he's had no pre-season neither. So if you just start him this weekend,
I don't think he'll start, Stace.
I don't think he will.
I don't even think Okafor will start. I think Perot will start. I think he'll be on bench. Okafor even.
Yeah, I think Okafor will be on the bench. Because for me, I don't think he's had enough time, really.
How big of a miss is Ampadu going to be for Leeds?
I'm worried about that. However,
I'm worried about that.
We've brought in a lot into that midfield, so I do think we'll be okay.
I think Gruev will slot in there himself.
Or do you think it's going to take it?
I think Gruev will get it. You could play Gruev there. You could play Longstaff there.
Yeah.
I've also got Bujol back now, haven't we? Because he couldn't play.
Yeah, Bujol. And I think he'll slot. And Stroud didn't do anything wrong on Monday, don't get me wrong. I think Bujol comes straight in. The height.
Yeah. What
do Arsenal score a lot of their goals on, ladies? Set pieces. So we've got to be up there with them.
You called me a young lady. And Kate and James went, young lady? Are you looking?
Look at the best looking panel going. I like where she looking.
Isn't it? Oh, sorry, Steve.
No, I actually agree with what you're both saying regarding pre-season. We weren't beaten in pre-season. I'm not saying we were anything magical, but
no,
we took that into Everton on Monday. You can see the potential. When you look on Monday at Everton, for example, I thought we made Everton look very ordinary on Monday.
Agreed.
Why?
Agreed.
And if we had that little bit more attacking flair on the Monday, it could have been 2 and 3-0.
I agree.
It was a penalty for me. There's no question that were a penalty.
It was a clear penalty, and the conversation wouldn't even be being made had it been in the reverse. Had it been,
definitely,
there wouldn't have been the conversation.
But the thing is, though, if you look at his reaction,
he knew
at the time it happened. He knew. But then to go on then after pre-match, post-match interview,
was it last season or season before that there was a penalty? Bamford had a penalty just like it, where it actually hit, I think, even higher up, and that was a penalty. Sorry, I mean,
I keep referring to another one that happened where it was quite high up, but it was his shirt, so it wasn't classed as a penalty. And everyone keeps referring that one. If you look at the image, the ball was actually below the sleeve. That's why he got given a penalty. If it was higher up, then fair enough. But he turned his body. You saw his body wasn't in a natural position. He actually turned towards the ball, and then he's having a hissy fit because it wasn't a penalty. Well,
controversy.
It was.
Fake news. Fake news. Move on.
Everton tears. We were the best team that day.
21 shots we had in that game.
Exactly.
We're not going to get that against Arsenal. Don't get me wrong. Definitely not. No delusion that we're going to get that. But, Drew Lee get the luxury of us three, and Angus is just...
He's scared.
He messaged me at 4 o'clock asking me what time. And he thought, now? I'm like, I'm not till 6. He's all got some time then. And then turn up.
Lucky you've got us three to look at. And I totally agree with that. We're not going to get... If we get 3 chances in that game, we'll be lucky. But if the 3 chances we get and we can get 1 out of the 3, we need to score it. Daniel is spot on. We have to be clinical up front. There won't be no second chances. I can't lie.
Agreed.
You know, going to Emirates is going to be hard enough. Look, we're under no illusions that... Daniel's right, you know, it's a free hit because they would have looked at the fixtures and said, well, these are the winnable games. And if we get anything from them, a point or 3 points, it's a bonus. And if you look at, for Arsenal, Saka won't be playing tomorrow because he's not signed in time, right? You've got Havertz that's got an injury. Nordegaard is still missing with a knot. Ben White needs a late fitness test. Jesus is still out with his ACL. They've still got a few injuries there, whereas Leeds, other than Ethan Ampadu, we've got a fully fit squad.
Aren't we, in that sense? Yeah, in the team-wise. Not a great start to season as captain being out, but at least he's only.
We all see that on Monday and said when he pulled up, get him off now, and he put him back on again. What did happen last season when that happened? He were out for how many months? 3-4 months, Ethan. When he put him back on pitch, you can't afford to risk that. You should have just took him off straight away. There's Gruev there.
Yeah.
There's Gruev there. But I will say one thing for him. We know last season, 75, 80, 85 minutes, you're looking at substitutions, kitchen sink time. 63 minutes, he had a slump of a day. So you've got to say, he's changed that. And he has said, I'm not going to Arsenal to put a low block in. He did say that in his press conference yesterday, Parker.
Yep.
So he knows that there's going to be chances, but also we've got to take them.
Agreed.
Because there won't be a second and third. I think everybody Leeds off because where we've just come from, but I honestly think we can give Arsenal a game. I'm not delusional, but I
think that Arsenal, I don't think it's going to be some easy. I don't see it being something where they put 5 past Leeds. I just don't.
No.
I think our defense is playing much better than that.
Yeah.
I agree.
We still got some tweaking to do, don't get me wrong. But we're getting there.
But defensively, Leeds did look solid other day. I mean, yeah, the attacking wise, Stacey Renee, there wasn't much there.
Yeah,
not much of an outlet whatsoever at all. It were it were a penalty, wasn't it? There was nothing more to that. I can't lie. And this is the thing, right? Who's going to question if Leeds lose tomorrow, really?
Nothing. No one.
Nobody's going to question Leeds losing because, to be honest with you, everybody, even pundits, will probably be going for a Leeds
loss, yeah.
There's no pressure on Leeds to deliver.
But that don't hang a question mark over Leeds, Renee. But if Leeds went and bet Arsenal tomorrow, does that hold a question mark over Arsenal 2 games into the season? Yeah. If Leeds win their game tomorrow, this will be the first time we've won our 2 games in the Premier League since 2002. Consecutive wins. So it's there to take. We all know Arteta plays players out of position. I'm not saying defensively, they're solid. We all did the Man United game the other day.
Yeah.
Other than that helping hand, did Arsenal offer a lot, really? Did Gyökeres offer a lot, in my opinion? Because I don't think he did. Running him after one game, but I didn't think he did. I thought Mbuemo for Man U were unlucky.
I said it though, didn't I?
Messi ain't goal anymore. Perry is a good goalkeeper.
He is a good keeper. I think if we went in this game with Mez, I think it'd be a different story. We'd be worried. But I've got confidence in Perry. I've seen him play finally.
Did he have a lot to do on Monday? No. Will he have more to do Saturday? Yes.
Sure. Oh, he's definitely got a lot to do on Saturday. I wasn't impressed with Gyökeres, but I said that to Angus, and I said I wasn't impressed with him, but I'm going to hold judgment because it's the first proper game of the season. But win or lose, I don't think we've got the pressure as much as Arsenal have.
No. We haven't.
So I think if we lose tomorrow, if we lose tomorrow, we lose tomorrow. I don't think us as Leeds fan base.
We're expected to lose. That's the thing. So
yeah.
If we do anything better than a lot, that's
I think
us
three won't lose our heads. We'll be disappointed.
We've went wrong with 4 points from the first 2 games. Is that bad, ladies? Because I don't think that is.
No.
So at all.
If we draw tomorrow, I will be absolutely ecstatic. If we win, oh hell yeah! But I know.
I think even if we get out of London with 1 point tomorrow, I would consider that a win. Because we were not expected to pick up, and I would honestly be happy with that tomorrow.
1,000%, yeah.
Because
I went 2-1 lead.
I went 2-1 leads.
But I'd take a draw.
I would absolutely.
Exactly. In my heart, I think we are going to lose. But I still could not pull the whole Super Brew for us to lose. I really couldn't. But it depends on who he picks, really, and who Arteta picks.
It could be a really nice punch in the nose for Leeds if they could go do it, Yeah. Just go punch
and maybe squash some people saying we were going to be an easy 6 points each way. People have been saying that since we found out we've been promoted. Oh, easy 6 points. Well, was it an easy 3 points for Everton? No. We took 3 points from Everton.
I can't lie. I thought Everton looked very ordinary on Monday. I can't lie. I wasn't impressed with Everton.
No, I won't.
To me, Everton looked like they always look bang average. Everton gets lucky, in my opinion, every season because there's always at least 3 teams that are worse than them. It's always
Yeah.
those newly promoted teams that, they're able to run up points against, but I don't know that that's going to happen this season. I mean, it's not going to happen with Leeds playing Everton. Maybe their numbers up this season. I don't know.
Mm.
I think there will probably be 3 teams that are weaker than them, which is always what saves Everton every season.
Oh, every season.
True.
The Lady Luck's going to run out for them soon. It has to.
Yeah.
Every
See, I think that's the thing, I can't lie. Kate asked me on her show earlier what I thought of Daniel Farken, and I think what he's done for Leeds in the last 2 seasons is nothing short than a miracle. What he walked into Rennie, come on.
Exactly.
I
He
love
walked into a shit show, and that's just not.
Nothing would make me more happy than for him to shut everybody up.
Oh yeah, especially people that are using his Norwich background against him.
Right.
Because look, Norwich didn't have the money when they got promoted. He got them relegated and promoted twice, but never had the backing. They never had the money. How can you expect someone to survive the Premier League? Was it 5 million he had last time?
Well,
that's nothing.
I think we saw it. Granted, they were working with more money, but I think you saw it with Ipswich, a team that was plenty talented, but went up and did not have enough money to spend, and that's what happens. You go right back down. Hey, Allison.
I think Leeds recruitment's been wise this season, Rennie. I think the players that they've actually gone in for, looking at Leeds, is what they're doing. I think it's right for them. I'm not saying Sunderland haven't spent well, but that's a group of individual players that you've got to get to gel. Well, I think what we've brought in, they do look, big lads. They look up for it. They look a different mentality this season than I've seen in the 3 seasons previous when we were in the Premier League. There just looks something about those players.
I agree.
I think a lot of people were expecting us to spend.
Because the delusional fans or the certain YouTubers that are putting Jack Grealish on thumbnails and this, that, and other, and bigging all this up. Unfortunately, people believe it. We're a little bit more grounded on this channel and we're realistic. And to be honest with you, it's the best way.
I said we'll either buy cheap, but I know we haven't bought cheap, but compared to like Sunderland, for example, I said we'd buy cheap. We'd go free transfers, and probably people we don't know. And now we're right. We have gone cheapy. We haven't really gone we haven't gone like huge spending. We haven't gone on a huge spending spree like Sunderland have. That could come back and bite Sunderland in the ass if they don't stay up. That is a massive chunk of change they've spent for the possibility of being relegated.
And you've got to think real spot on, they lose players for AFCON.
Oh yeah.
It'd be quite a few of them. Will we lose him? Look at it like that.
See, I had this conversation with the local Costa, Newcastle fan. Even he's turned and said the same thing. They've got so many players going out for AFCON. They've really kicked themselves in the foot by signing so many people that are going to be going to AFCON. They're going to struggle. And then how much they're going to struggle, and when these players come back, obviously they're going to have to be rested, so they can't literally come back into the team when they've had this tournament. I think Sunderland are going to struggle December-wise.
Salah will be straight back in team for Liverpool status. That don't work like that. Salah will go out for Egypt. As soon as Egypt go out, or whether they win it or not, he'll be straight back into Liverpool squad weekend after. I can guarantee you.
Salah's a machine. Can't deny Salah's a machine.
But if you look at what Leeds have brought in, there's not massive changes. If you look really at centre-back, other than Goodmanson, that line we had in Championship last season, them 3 at back.
Yeah.
Tanaka, £3 million. Come on.
That was a screaming deal for Tanaka. In my opinion, worth so much more than we paid for him.
And look at him on Monday. You wouldn't have known he played in Championship. No. £3 million steal. You don't always have to spend it. And I did say this, and we had this conversation like at start of season, and we were like, look, 100, 150, it'll probably be Leeds' ceiling price, no more than that. And they'll have to skate around and do business. 9 players in at the minute, but we spent 110, 115. Maybe 2 more to come in. And they're looking at a guy from Bournemouth and maybe another attacker in. And then I think there'll be a couple of outgoings. I'm not sure on Ramazani, ladies. I can't lie. I don't think he'll play much for us this season.
I don't think he will neither.
I think he'll be one of those late subs, That's where I see him slotting in as fresh legs late in the game, that's when I see him playing.
So the most we spent for a player in euros is Stack, which is 20 million euros.
But Stat looks quality. I can't lie. I've been impressed with Stack.
That goal from Stack in pre-season was absolutely smashing. That goal was immense. He's like Benny said, the players we've got in have slotted right in.
Yeah.
Goodman saying Stack, wow. Really good players. I'm liking Luke. Is it Luke? Luca Perry?
Luke Chamber.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his surname to save my.
All right, like for regarding Perot, right? Everybody's got a little. We all say about him being deep in that. But did you see how much work he did off the ball on Monday?
I was going to mention that to you. His positioning is much improved. Have you noticed that? I mean, you can tell he's being coached, and they're working on his positioning. I was impressed by that. He's not getting pulled as far back as he used to play. I mean, and that's he also looks faster. He's clearly been working on conditioning. So I've even been impressed with the improvement that I've seen so far with Perot. I'm not saying he's going to be scoring crazy goals, but I do think there's some goals there.
I agree. We might as well bring him into the equation. What is going on with Patrick? Because there's been no teams muted with him. He's stuck in under 21s earning 70 grand a week. Has Farker not made a mistake, but what is it? Spite your nose to spite your face sort of thing regarding Bamford, because you've brought in DCL. Now, I'm not saying he can't be a good player, but on injuries and goals, they've more or less same it last 4 seasons. I just wonder why all of a sudden he's just gone, right, yeah, you're in, and we've heard nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I think we'll have the answer to that question about potentially, cutting your foot off or, cut your nose off.
Spite your face, that's what I'm looking for.
We'll know when the transfer window closes. Like, we'll see who else might be brought on. It is crazy to me the amount of money that he's making sitting playing for the under 21s or wherever we've put him now. But I've thought for a long time he was badly overpaid. So I just
18
don't.
appearances last season, no goals, Patrick Bamford, by the way.
Exactly. So I don't know. I'm sure that Farka has forgotten more about football than I'll ever know. So I hate to question him,
You can all question us as managers, Renee, but he's the man that's paid to do it. And I think, looking at him, I really do hope he does well for Leeds and keeps us up. I'd want nothing more than him to do it, because do you know what? We see it end of last season when we got promoted. Day after, Daniel Farker to be sacked. And we're all sat here like, what? Really?
Yeah.
And there were content creators saying, yeah, I agree with that. Why don't he deserve that chance? He should. He deserved that chance. We don't know what's ahead for us. It's going to be a roller coaster for Leeds. It always is. But Ellen Road at home has to be where we pick the most points up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you. 1,000% on that one.
You can make it hostile at Ellen Road. You see it over there how hostile it was.
Well, no, what I they asked when he was interviewed after signing for us, he asked about what he thought of Leeds when he came to players against us when he was playing for AC Milan in Dublin, and he couldn't believe the amount of fans that was in Dublin and the noise.
People are snooty with Leeds and think we haven't got a big fan base. We fucking have got a big fan base. I can't lie. We have got a big fan base. 50,000 fans we took out to Ireland with us, and they were all Leeds fans.
Alison included. Yeah, exactly. Loads of people travelled to Dublin to see Leeds play. And it was an immense crowd. When we watched it, all we could see were Leeds. It was just yellows and whites and blues all over. Some retro shirts as well. And Okafor ran and said, his words was, "What the fuck?" Because obviously Leeds United had to bleep it out. But that was his reaction when he walked out and saw the amount of Leeds United fans that were in Dublin and the noise. Can you imagine his reaction when he comes to Ellen Road? The reception he's going to get at Ellen Road. Because what we saw of him AC Milan, I liked. But like I've always said, when a player comes to Leeds United, they get a clean slate. I will judge them on how they play for my team, not anybody else's. But I am looking forward to see him play, because I was impressed when he played against us at AC Milan. Really impressed.
And let's be honest, right? If you're looking at Arsenal's team and saying, look, who have we got to watch? We know we've got to watch Saka. We know
Yeah.
we've got to keep an eye on Gyökeres. We know Saliba's world class as a defender. We know their defence is pretty solid, but Raya's got a mistake in it.
Oh, yeah.
The height that
Definitely.
Leeds have got as well now, if you look at that team, Wilfried not over than him. We have got quite a height threatened team, and Arsenal have this knack of scoring fucking set pieces. Who's to say Leeds don't go on it 2 set pieces there and then just defend? You know, everybody's very easy to say, well, it's easily going to be a 5-0 win. I don't see that. And if we lose, it'd be 2-1. It's sun, Jules. It's a shining.
She's not a ghost.
It always happens at 7 o'clock.
She is God.
I'm here. The sun's shining. Johnny Bethnal Green's beacon for me, Jules. Don't worry. Oh, sorry. Anyway, getting back to a polished show.
Yeah. In regards to Patrick Bamford, Jess, we've kind of skipped off topic, do we? I think when he told Bamford he wasn't part of his Premier League squad, he did it too soon, because look what happened to Matteo. He threw his dummy out the pram and off he's gone. So I wonder if he's going. I wonder, because like you said, we've had no one coming in for Bamford. I'm wondering if he's going to integrate him back into Leeds United main squad, even if he's on the bench. Because we've heard nothing.
If I were Patrick Bamford, I'd be saying, hang on a minute, you haven't wanted me around squad, and you want me back now, you can get fucked. But he's going to rot in under 21s because nobody's going to come in for him. Not on 70 grand a week, they're not.
No, not at all. If he's going to leave, I reckon it'll be on a loan deal. And
there's a player there with Patrick, and that's what frustrates me, because he is a player there. He can hold the ball up, and he is a proven goal scorer. He's done it. And it does frustrate me with Patrick, because I think we've just brought DCL in, where we've got Bamford, who are very similar profiles. I can't lie. I can't lie. And it pissed me off. A couple of games in and DCL gets injured again.
I'm dreading that. That's one thing I'm dreading.
I'd be like, ooh, I'd be a bit like, fucking hell. What's going on? You never give me compliments. Big up, Steve, mate. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's one of them, but I mean, I don't know how he's going to set up tactically tomorrow. I can't lie, but you can't just sit and let them invite pressure on, because we will get pummeled by Arsenal tomorrow. I can't lie. But defensively, we do look a lot better. Bogle looked decent, but he does get caught out a little bit, does Bogle? There you go. He's going nowhere. His wife's looking at a new kitchen on Instagram. There you go. So this is what frustrates me with Leeds with PSR in a way, because you're prepared to let him sit in that fucking reserves or under 21s and pay him 70 grand a week to do that. Why not bring him back in?
Taking a pay cut,
I don't see Patrick as a bad bench option. I know that's going to sound really unpopular with people.
That's my point. Is a bench option?
It can be an outlet.
Exactly. Bench option. That's what I mean. Bring him back from the under 21s, because obviously at the time of him saying that, I reckon he had more plans for Joseph to be on the bench rather than Bamford.
How he dealt with the situation at Leeds United, and then the article he put in The Athletic the other day was very disrespectful to Leeds United. I give Patrick one thing. You've heard nothing from him. He's kept his nose down, and he's done what he's been told to do. Whereas Matteo, I'm not coming to Germany. I want out.
Yep.
Because he thought he was better than what he was. He brings up, in the article, if you've not read it, it brings up, well, I scored 2 against Chelsea in FA Cup, then I didn't start against Huddersfield. And Matteo Way came down to earth with a bang. And do you know what happened again, Renee, last year? Everybody gaslighting him. Everybody gaslighting. Oh, he's next. Oh, he's going to do well. 3 goals last season.
Did he? Nope.
No.
It's another one where they push too hard, too fast, too soon.
And you could tell Leeds United was not impressed with his behaviour, with the comparison between his announcement of going on loan to Mallorca to Geldart going to Hull. You can see the contrast in the post. No. Children.
I agree.
Right, go on then.
At least Geldart has gone to Hull, knuckled down, scored a few goals for Hull as well.
He has. Apart from that stupid little dive he did.
What's happening with Sam Greenwood?
Yeah, I think Bill Hart's loan was really good for him. He's looking really good for Hull. He's getting playing time. I think that was a good move for everybody.
Agreed. And I like Joffrey. Do you know that? I do like Joffrey. I think
like
he's
Joffrey.
he's had a rotten time at Leeds, really getting game time. But I'll give him one thing: pre-season, he knuckled down at Leeds until he got his move to Hull, and then he went to Hull. His mother didn't come out in thing, and his mother's got it. I've got her on Instagram. Look, my boy's just moved over to Hull. That was it. Jack Aronson, I'm still undecided with him, Renee. I don't think he offered a lot when he came on the other day. And there's still this lingering sign over him with what his mother said. I can't lie.
I'm trying to have a clean slate with Harrison. I feel like we need a job done. So he'll never be one of my favorites. But if he can do a job for us, that's fine. If he can come in and make some plays, that's fine. He was pretty average looking when he came on in the last game. However, he didn't get a lot of minutes. You know, he came in pretty late into the game. So I'm going to try and reserve judgment and try and keep an open mind with Harrison. But I'll never trust him like I used to trust him. You know what I mean?
End at transfer window, Renee? Or do you think he'll go? Or do you think he's done his staying at Leeds?
I reckon he's staying.
Probably staying at this point, I would think. I think that's why, I mean, he's trying to curry favor and get back in good with the Leeds fans, which is why he went into, put money down at the bar.
No, I'm trying to keep this polished. You know, it's very off-putting when you put in Durrell. I love her really when she's asleep. I can't lie. That's why I can't do structured. I can't lie. It's so hard. I feel more off my comfort zone on this than I do normally. And this is my channel and I still feel uncomfortable. It's hard to keep structured. Can't lie.
In regards to Harrison, I don't know about you, just but I've heard about no one coming in for him neither. Like Bamford, no one's coming in for him. He's staying.
I mean, we all know.
No matter how much money he puts behind the bars, it's going to take a lot for us to be forgiving him. His mum should have kept her trap shut, if I'm honest.
But he didn't do not at Everton in 2 seasons. Let's be honest.
He didn't. No, he didn't.
Fucking Aronson and bring Grealish in. Facts.
No, he didn't. He didn't do nothing.
It's true.
But he's got a lot to prove to Leeds fans now.
Oh, yeah. Putting $2.5 grand in car, getting pints, don't wash. Doesn't affect any of us. We didn't get a pint.
No beer.
But the whole situation with, look, the prime example, Nonto, the behaviour he had, and Harrison's had a more or less the same reaction. Nonto has had, we booed him and everything. We called him a rat and a lot. Farker punished him for his behaviour and he came back and apologised to Farker. Farker gave him a second chance. And he went out of the pitch and improved himself to the rest of the Leeds fans that he wanted to be there.
If Harrison comes in and makes some big plays, then yeah, there's certainly a road back.
Pickle.
Yeah.
And us as fans, what else the flag ladies? Come on.
Everyone loves a winner, right? So if he comes in and he starts making big plays, then yeah, I think there is potentially a road back for him, but he's going to have to really make a difference when he comes on.
I'll compare this to a bit with Richarlison at Spurs, right? He hasn't done much in there. But since Thomas Frank's taken over, he's kind of got a new lease of life out of Richarlison. Them goals he scored last week. And I know it was only Burnley and I'm not getting off my pram, but look what he's done. So who's to say Farker can't turn Aronson round?
Exactly.
Man management.
Honestly, I mean, look how much better Aronson looks than he did. Now, I'm not saying Aronson's a world-class player. We know that he's not. But does he not look much better than he did before? Like when we had Gracia and all of these other Jesse Marsh, Javi Gracia, all these. He looks a much player. You know.
I think this transfer window compared to previous when we got promoted before, I feel a lot confident going about it. The players we've brought in, I'm not. Yeah, all right, DCL. I'm a little bit skeptical, but that's to be assumed because of his injury record. But I'm happy. I know the players. I've had a look at them. I've researched them, and they all look solid players. You know, as we're known, dirty Leeds players that will get in for a challenge and get in there and get a challenge in there. You know, like we used to watch back in 70s and 80s. We're not called dirty Leeds for nothing, and that's what I want to see. I'm on a roughing fucking Arsenal up, not letting them breathe on that fucking ball, getting in there with slide tackles, fucking barging them. Why not? Because that unnerves them. Bit of shit out of them. Unnerve them.
That's what I saw out of Tanaka, which to me was like, I mean, he was aggressive in that midfield. He was. He brought it to everyone he challenged. He was stealing balls. He was doing fancy footwork. He was spinning around like beautiful passes. That's what I want to see is,
Yeah.
like you said, signs of life,
Exactly.
be aggressive.
You've got the players there that can do that. And that's when players start to feel uncomfortable. If you've ever looked at like Premier League teams and they go down and play, like Man U Grimsby, this will be a prime example. Grimsby will rough and tough them up. And that's exactly what Leeds need to do at Emirates tomorrow. Make sure that they don't know that they're at home. Make sure you're winning every first ball, second ball, everything. Be on it. Because you never know. People are too quick to write off. Everybody likes an underdog. We're not delusional on this channel. We're not saying we're going to go there and beat them 3-0 neither. But if we took a point or 3, for me, I'd be absolutely buzzing with that because we're not expected to win. It's a free hit. Daniel is spot on. It's a free hit and we go.
I mean, I would be telling them if I was Farka to be aggressive. Get in their faces, be aggressive, be physical. You have nothing to lose. Just go for it.
I think if we lose, it won't be too bad.
I won't be
For
shocked
like-
because deep down in
No,
your heart, you know
like,
it's
I
more
think
than
if
likely
we
going to be a
beat-
loss.
If we
Because
beat Arsenal, they're going to get laughed at.
Exactly. That's the difference.
That's right.
Nobody's going to come away and start coming on here and bantering us because we'll say, yeah, we just lost to Arsenal. And
I mean, vendors will, but we already know that's coming.
Oh,
well, Angus can't even make it for the match preview, mate. So
I know. It's
you know
going
what
to
I'm
get.
saying? So, but if we win, who's laughing at Arsenal? Even Spurs can banter them. They'll have lost to City tomorrow if they lose. But they'll have lost to Leeds, who's just been promoted. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all of the emphasis on Lego Head. Big up wherever he is. He's on my chair down there. Big up to Lego Head because the pressure's on him. I can't lie.
Indeed.
And there's pressure on him. Leeds need to get 40 points, in my opinion, to stay up. A majority of them will come from home. We have to make home. Exactly. They bottled the league like he bottled the preview. Gosh. Can't hack it on with 3 ladies, drooler. Simple as. And for those that don't think we can talk football, we can actually do a structured show. Sometimes. Not all the time. But maybe like every Friday, we may start doing this. And I tell you what, ladies, we won't bother inviting anybody else on. We'll just do our own match preview. Don't need to rely on anybody. If we can get this in on a Friday somewhere, if we're playing on the Saturday, gosh.
I like it.
What people can come on and tell us anyway, a load of fucking bias.
Yeah.
So, if we look at who we're going to start tomorrow, we all agree Perry starts tomorrow then?
Yes.
Bogle look right there?
Personally, I don't think he's going to change the team apart from maybe Bajolin, maybe.
Well, he's got to change it because
Obviously,
Ampadu.
Ampadu.
Whoever will come in for Ampadu, in my opinion, with Stack and Tanaka. I'd go Perry, Bogle, Rodon, Bijol, Goodmanson, Stack, Gruev, Tanaka, Nonto, and I'd play Nementia and I'd play Perot.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And regarding Arsenal, looking at their injuries, so at the minute, Havertz has got an injury, which we know about.
Arsenal, to be honest, Jeff.
Eze won't be signed in time, so we don't have to worry about that.
What?
Nordegaard's still missing. Ben White needs a fitness test, and obviously Jesus is out, right? We've got Ampadu out. So probably looking at Arsenal's lineup, I would go Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Cauliflower, Odegaard, Zuppamendi, Rice, Saka, Gokares, and Martinelli.
Yeah,
that's why.
That sounds about right.
I know that's Arsenal talk, but I ain't here to say who would have played for Arsenal, so I'll have to do that bit. But that's my strongest lineup regarding Arsenal and Leeds.
I would have said Timber actually, just being a secondary goal.
Yeah,
you're like, having Arsenal here.
Today. Where are Leeds?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But I'll ask you
He's
this.
Sketchy for me. Raya is
Score
sketchy for me.
But then if you look at him, Stacey, right, you say Raya's sketchy, right? Look at saves he made on Sunday. Look at the saves he made. Point blank saves. Raya, he's one of the best goalkeepers in Premier League for me. He doesn't touch Alisson, but I do think he's a good goalkeeper, Raya.
He's a good goalkeeper.
We know Arsenal's defence. Look, we all banter Arsenal, can't lie. But Arsenal's defence is solid. They've got two great centre-backs, I can't lie. You know, they're better than Leeds' centre-backs, without a shadow of a doubt. But Saka has to be in the mood to play for me at times.
Yeah, he can be.
You know, he can be very good one minute, and he can be very off the boil another minute. It's just what Saka you get on the day. I wasn't frightened by Arsenal on Sunday, and I'm not being biased there. I watched them against Man U, and I wasn't frightened. I wasn't like, oh God, look at them going forward. Defensively, they look solid and goalkeeper, but I wasn't frightened where I was thinking, do you know what? We're going to get beat 6-7 here by Arsenal next week. That's my opinion. You might not agree with it. But I wasn't. And I'm not saying that because Tottenham in here and I'm being biased. I'm saying it because that's what I genuinely thought. They didn't look that on it to me. Poor performance, but got the win.
I think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring affair. I really do. I don't see anybody running up points.
No,
I don't see it being 4 or 5 because they can even look. Let's be honest, ladies. We watched Arsenal. Yeah, they had a few chances, but the goalkeeper gifted them that goal. It was a gift from the gods. We can't lie. It was a gift, And they had the chances. Man United and Bueo, for me, were very unlucky. We've watched them in pre-season. Arsenal. I watched them against Spurs and we lost 1-0. I wasn't impressed with Arsenal. And I'm not just saying that because Spurs come in here and back this channel. I'm saying that because that's being honest as a pundit. That's what I genuinely thought. I haven't been that impressed. They look the same old Arsenal with a couple more players in.
Yeah.
They brought in Gyökeres. Look, Angus isn't here, but I can be devil's advocate. You can say what you want about the Portuguese league, Renee. I'm not saying it's a farmers league, but Portuguese league, Premier League, it's a massive step up, mate. There's 3 or 4 teams in Portugal. Porto, Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, they're 3 big teams. But other than that, there's not much challenge there. Whereas you look in Premier League, it's tough. It's tough against any game. Not every game's a guaranteed win. You go into that game with what's put in front of you. And I just think people have overhyped Gyökeres a little bit. And maybe he won't score as many as he has done for Sporting or Coventry that he will do for Arsenal. I can't lie. And that's not me being biased. That's me being honest. Now, I look at Ekitike at Liverpool, just use him as an example. He looks firing already. He's already firing him in 2-2. But he looks like he's sharp, he's ready, he's hungry. I don't know if the system will work for Gyökeres. The thing is with Arsenal, Arteta has this knack of ruining good players. I can't lie, Rennie. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased towards Arsenal, because I've got no issues with Arsenal, Spurs, or anybody like that. Man United are our rivals. And the sooner people remember that, Mr. Bethnal Green, that Leeds United have no rivalry with Tottenham Hotspur whatsoever, the sooner you might stop hating my channel. Real talk. Anyway, moving back onto the football, that's my opinion with Arsenal. They have got good players, a lot of individual players. Average ruler's right. Gyökeres doesn't look 100% fit. I thought he looked sluggish the other day.
I did. I said that too. I said that. I wasn't impressed. I know it's only one game, but I wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
It's a massive jump, Rennie. You'll know that, right? So it's like jumping from MLS to Premier League.
Yeah. You can't compare the tempo of the game, the difficulty of the opponent. It's just not. You just can't compare the two. The pace is completely different. It's just relentless in the Premier League, and it's week in, it's week out. It's just different. It's a slog.
I agree. And I think that's where there may come a bit of a cropper there. I'm not saying Eze won't perform for Arsenal because I think he'll do fantastic, Eze. We see it last night when Crystal Palace played. They struggled really, did Palace. They lacked that quality. But Gyökeres, I'm not 100%, betting on him. Like Havertz, plays one game and he's injured. That's all that happened the other day. So we have to go into the game feeling confident. And I think after Monday's performance, we've got every right to go into Arsenal game feeling confident because we looked a team that were not individual players, all played for the shirt, all wanted to help each other, all covered for each other. Second balls they were winning, first balls they were winning. And that's exactly what we have to do when we go to the Emirates tomorrow. And make sure we rough up and make them feel uncomfortable. Make sure they know dirty Leeds have been in town and they leave that mark there. That's my opinion. That's how we're known. Why not? You've got to make them uncomfortable, Rennie. You can't give them a second to breathe.
Exactly. And people that are going to say that Arsenal are going to, if we go and we put a fight and we lose, I don't care.
It's all about
we have proven we're not a pushover if it's a good performance.
Bosh, that's what I'm looking for. Put blood on the boots.
We walk away with the win. People should start shooting up about us and say, look, what? You said you're gonna batter us, but yet we've walked away with a win. Maybe you need to rethink your point of view about Leeds United. And I've said this quite a few times, never count your chickens before they hatch.
This is the thing regarding Angus. He gives all this waffle about we're going to smash you, this, that, and other. Can't even turn up for a match preview. That tells me they're worried already. He can't even turn up for a match preview. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
You know
looking
what
forward
I'm
to his excuse, by the way.
I am. Timed out. Bell end. But see, believe it or not, contrary to common knowledge, we can talk football and we can have a stream for an hour where we don't bring any sexual innuendos into it. And we actually do a stream and talk about football because do you know what? We can, and we can do football, and we do know our football. People are too easy to judge nowadays. I can't lie. Exactly. Nobody has, Daniel, since Falcao. Nobody has. And I just don't think Gokares will. I think he's another player that they've paid a lot of money for, that they'll, they overhype. And we'll see. We'll see. But I fought against Man United. He didn't do shit. I can't lie.
Yeah, I wasn't that impressed.
Now, I know it's your first game and you can't judge it on one game, which I'm not silly enough to do. But I think we're in with a good chance tomorrow. I think what Farke's done in 2.5 seasons at Leeds United has to be credited in a lot of ways, Renee, because what he walked into and what we're at now, and I'm sick of hearing, and I will say, bring this up, Daniel Farke's got no pull at Leeds United. That's why he can't bring these players in. No. Why don't you remember that Leeds United are at the bottom of the food chain at the minute? We could go back down next season, and we might not. It's a risk for the players.
Doesn't have the
Some players are going to look and think, I'm not going Leeds. Maybe in 2 or 3 seasons when they're established. But don't ever blame a manager for pull, because you offer what you can do. And we've offered what we've got in. I think I'll do very well at Leeds United under Daniel Farke because he's a man manager. He's a kind of manager that he'll put his hand around Aronson. Come on, Aronson. He will. And whether we like it or not as Leeds fans, if he gets the best out of Jack Aronson this season, all is forgiven for me, because it's about on the pitch, staying up this season. Real talk. Fuck everything else. Let's just stay up this season and not be another banter club that end up and down like fucking Sheffield United, Burnley. We don't want to be that team. If we're 17 and we stay up, I'll be absolutely ecstatic with that.
I think if you look at the past 2 seasons and you look at how much things have changed, I really think Farke has changed the whole culture at the club.
Yes.
When he came in, I think we were at a very low point with morale. Back down, being able to stay in the Prem for 2 seasons and then going back down, like that's such a gut punch. We were at a really low point when he came in, and he has built this club back up, and you're starting to see the players have some swagger again. You're starting to hear people talk about dirty Leeds again. I'm really, really pleased with what Farke has done for the club. I think he's been a huge servant to the club, and I will be grateful for the rest of my life to that man. Seriously.
He's brought a good time back to the road. We know what it was like under Jesse Marsh, Rennie, and it was awful.
It was.
Some other guys coming in, we were a laughing stock, Rennie. We knew we were relegated. It was awful, and the players that we brought in, the contracts that we gave, and then when we got relegated, them all jumping ship, and these dictating and taking Leeds to court, and their owners were, just try to sue the club. Sinistera outside signing pictures, and then he's going to Bournemouth. Now he's been transferred out of Bournemouth, and he's in Brazil. You know what I mean? We went through it all. We see it last season where we lost Somerville, we lost Archie, we lost fucking Rutter, we lost Kamara, and you're looking, you're thinking, how the fuck's he going to get us up this season? We've lost a lot of players, and we didn't spend a lot of money last season. So what he's done, 100 points and champions, and over the 2 seasons, the most points all we've ever got, you've got to take your hat off to Farke for what he's done. I can't lie. I'll be forever grateful for what he's done for Leeds.
We've got decent owners.
I agree. Nanto needs to watch yourself, Steve, because he's a kind of player that'll get sucked into that. Yeah,
we have said this about Nanto.
If they're smart, they'll be targeting Nanto because he's somebody that will react.
Oh, yeah.
And I just said, we are fickle football fans. But if he went and scored winner and he kept us up, he'd be a god at Leeds. Real talk. And don't let anybody else tell you any different, because we're all football fans. We were the same with Nanto, and Nanto came good. And I thought he looked really well, actually, on Monday at Nanto. I think he played a real good game. He worked hard.
If you look back at the film from that game, look how clean and crisp the passing is. Look how well they're playing together. They don't look like it's a newly formed team. They look like they've been playing together for a while. They really do.
It's magic. He has worked them this pre-season, and you can tell.
Yeah.
And they look like they've worked hard in pre-season. They do look fit. And they do look like, I I was worried that he was going to be pragmatic, Farker, but I can already see where he changed it in that first game.
That's right.
I can't lie. I see the changes. Just little bits that I suppose, as us three, and I suppose some fans that are in chat, I've probably not watched a lot of Championship football, but the last 2.5 seasons we've watched it, and I just see so many little changes that I were impressed with on Monday that I can't lie with. Just the distribution out from the back for the start from Perry. It makes a massive difference. You know, with Mesley, a corner coming in, you're all like this. Oh, now you're thinking, now we've got a goalkeeper now that's got something about him that can actually deliver. And I'm very, very confident of the back line. If we can just get 1 or 2 more in quality-wise going forward, and we just get 17th and we stay up, that's all we have to focus on this season. Don't worry about a cup run. Don't worry about anything. Just stay in the Premier League. But Daniel is right. Tomorrow's a free hit. But before I wrap up, what's your score prediction, Renee, for tomorrow's game? Get your scores predictions in below as well, peeps.
I'm going to go with 2-1 to Leeds. I think we shock them tomorrow, and we nick a goal winner late, and we run out of there.
Typical Leeds then. last pick. I agree. 2-1. There's going to be a last-minute goal either way. 90+ minutes. Bosh. Guaranteed. Everyone's going to go through that stress.
If this ends up being a big defensive battle, and we manage to get out of there with a 1-1 or a 0-0, or I wouldn't be disappointed.
No, I'll be happy with a draw. Well and truly.
Because that's a point.
2 games won't be bad, ladies.
No.
It's a point we weren't expecting to pick up.
Point gained. It's a point gained. But I'm going to stick with what I've said, and I'm with you too. I've gone 2-1 Leeds. I'm not going to change or flip-flop on my score prediction. I genuinely believe if it's the dirty Leeds that I want to turn up and put pressure on and can get in there and niggle Arsenal, we can nick a result here. And then who's going to be laughing at the end of it? And that's my thoughts on it. And I appreciate everybody that's joined us for this, because I know it's a Leeds thing, and you know it's not everybody's cup of tea. But big up, and Angus is an absolute bottle job as always.
Yeah, it's typical Arsenal. We
all go 2-1, and then we've got Newcastle, which we will try and get a match preview in next week. But we'll try to do this every Friday if we can, about 6-7 o'clock before we go live on next game. Because even if people bottle on us, I'm sure for an hour, more than capable of talking about Leeds. And it's been nice to do this, actually, to be fair, just to get on and just talk Leeds and nothing else. Can't lie, it's been nice. I've had 2 good streams today where we've just done a bit of football. But we're going to wrap this one up, so bless up to everybody. But 2-1, pray for Leeds tomorrow, people. Pray for Leeds. That's all I'm going to say. We will be back in 15 minutes to do West Ham versus Chelsea. I've gone for my score prediction on that 3-0 to Chelsea. Any advance on 3-0, ladies?
3-0 to Chelsea.
I think that's a good score prediction.
We're all united on the panel as well. Isn't it nice to do a show where there's no arguing, no rat, and just having a nice talk about Leeds? But on that note, guys, we will see you again in 15 minutes for the Premier League watch along. Thank you to everybody that's joined us for this. Angus, you're an absolute melter. And on that note, it's a goodbye from me. Yes.
It's a goodbye from her.
And it's goodbye from me.
Normal business resumes as of now, and we will see you in 15. Peace out, guys, and thank you very much for joining us. Exactly that. Listen, Daniel, I will take them getting relegated over Leeds. I can't lie.
Every day.
Oh, agreed.
Come on, it's true. I can't wait for him. I gave a non-biased Arsenal point of view. I did a little bit of Arsenal with team news and whatever. I can't wait for him. You definitely not. And on that note, we'll see you all again soon. Peace out.
Leeds United, dancing bright, spend our army up all night,
laughing, sharing, having fun. The beat goes on, we just begun.
Like and share, let's all unite. Tottenham crew, feeling right. Goodbye from me, from her, from us. The party's here, no need to rush.
Army strong, the baseline drops.
Spin around, the fun won't stop. Laughs and cheers, a groove we made.